guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do well to hit the subscribe button. Yes, we do have fun on this channel. We're going to have so much fun on this channel, and I would love to have you guys come along with me on this journey. So you can already see by the title, we're going to talk about situationships. Yes, this is a very huge topic that I feel needs to be addressed because almost everyone is in a situationship. Some are aware of it and some are not even aware that they're in a situationship. And so this video now, I'm going to help you identify that relationship you're in. Are you in a situationship type of relationship? Are you in a friends with benefit type of relationship? Or are you in a committed, mature relationship? Before we jump into this topic of today, I want to address an issue concerning my previous video. Yes, I know a lot of you have watched that video, and if you haven't, I'm going to put the link in the description box below and on the first pinned comment. Please do well to check it out. Okay, I was getting a lot of questions like, what type of cards do AliExpress app use? They actually use MasterCard. Okay, I've heard that they don't accept Visa cards or Verve cards, only MasterCards with your Nigerian bank. Yes, it's either you upgrade your bank card to a MasterCard, or you actually get someone that has a MasterCard to place orders for you. I think it will be easier that way. Now back to the video of today. First, we're going to define situationships. What are situationships? Just simply put, according to the Urban Dictionary, situationships are just relationships without label. You don't know where you stand in that relationship. Like, you've not defined that relationship. That topic, that talk about what exactly are we has not come up. Situationships are kind of like, are more than friends, but you are not friends and you are not also in a relationship. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It's confusing, right? Yes, that's because people in situationships are actually very confused. I'm sorry for coming out so harsh, but then they are confused. They don't know where exactly they stand with each other. There is no defined goal, there is no defined title. You can't go out and claim this person is your boyfriend or this person is your girlfriend because you guys have actually not defined your relationship. Like I said earlier, you do stuffs boyfriends and girlfriends do. It's a very casual relationship, but you enjoy the intimacy of an actual relationship. Major issue with situationships is that most people, especially women, tend to get romantic feelings. Guys, this relationship with this person is not planned, it does not have a direction, but then you go ahead to get feelings from this person. How? I know most of you are going to tell me you don't control who you fall in love with, you don't control who you actually like. At the beginning of that the situationship, you knew that there was going to be no hope for the relationship to further into something more, but then you caught feelings. You caught feelings, babe. Why would you catch feelings? Why? Most times when this happens, when the girl starts to catch feelings for this guy, she actually tends to get hurt because the guy's inconsistency, the guy's lack of stability starts to scare them. They are wondering, oh, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why is this guy behaving like this? We were much cooler when this began, so why is he all of a sudden starting to give me this sort of attitude? He's not picking my calls, he's not replying my text messages. What did I do wrong? A lot of things start to run through your head. Are you not pretty enough? You start to compare yourself, you start to feel down, you start to have low self-esteem. Those are things that should not happen, babe. You're pretty. You might be asking, what's the difference between friends with benefits and relationships? Because you might feel like they are the same thing, right? They are not the same thing. Friends with benefits, you guys don't share common interests, you guys don't have the same friend group, you guys don't associate with each other that much. You are just like a booty call. You are his booty call, he's your booty call. You are not getting emotionally attached. You might be his friends with benefits based on the money he has, the money he gives you. It might be yours for obvious reasons, okay? Now, that's where friends with benefit ends. You guys just call each other when you need something, but after that, you guys don't even plan when to meet next. Everything just happens impromptu, no plans, nothing. But situationships, at the beginning of it, you guys actually tend to spend more time with each other. It's very possible you guys might have the same friend groups, right? You might attend the same church, attend the same school, hang out with the same set of people. You spend more time outside the bedroom. Have those deep connections that a real relationship has. The difference between situationships and a real relationship is simply the lack of commitment. You guys have not spoken and said, okay, I'm with you and you alone, nobody else. I'm going to list 5 signs that you are in a situationship. He doesn't commit to plans. Okay, you guys don't make plans, and even when you do, you find out that he's always bailing out on you. He's always coming off as busy. He's always postponing your plans. That's one of the easiest way to identify that you are in a situationship. And now, if you guys are going on dates, it's always an impromptu date. It's always a last minute plan. He just calls you to hang out, where are you, stuff like that. Let's hang out. He doesn't make those plans in future. He's not excited to go out with you. Number 2, he is inconsistent. This is a very obvious sign, and I don't know why people tend to overlook this a lot. He is inconsistent, girl. He ghosts you. You send a message and you end up seeing he doesn't reply you on time. It takes time to reply you. If you look at your WhatsApp message, your WhatsApp messages, you see that you are the one starting out conversations. You see that the messages are being left unread. You see that when you call, he doesn't pick your call, he doesn't return your calls on time. You guys hang out today, and in your mind you're like, oh my gosh, this one we've hung out today. When is going to be the next time we're going to hang out with each other? When is going to be our next meeting? Number 3 sign of a situationship, it tells you that he doesn't want a relationship. Now, I don't know, this is not even supposed to be here, but I feel like it needs to be here because this happens a lot. This has actually happened to me, so that's why I can actually kind of relate more. He tells you he doesn't want a relationship, sis, and you end up starting up something with him. You end up getting emotionally attached to him. He tells you he's not ready for a relationship, and you end up doing girlfriend duties for him. Why? Why? I know sometimes you're like, you can change him, you can make him want to be in a relationship. By the time he spends some time with you, you see how good of an idea it is to be in a relationship with you, sis. It doesn't happen. Unlike guys, we ladies, we tend to get emotionally attached easily. You might be forming hard girl initially, like, okay, you two don't want a relationship, then you guys make a deal and you start it out and stuff like that, and it keeps going well. Before you know it, you start thinking of this guy. Okay, maybe you think of him like twice in a day. Before you know, it increases to 3 times in a day. Before you know, you start to feel somehow when guys don't talk in a whole day. Before you know it, you start to get worried why he's being inconsistent. From there, the feelings have developed. By the time those feelings develop, there are behaviors you can't control that start to manifest, and a guy always notices this kind of behavior, and before you know it, he starts to ghost you more. Before you know, it starts to be more emotionally unavailable, and now you get hurt. This would have been something that could have been avoided if you had just stayed clear once he told you that he doesn't want a relationship. And oftentimes, these people that say they don't want a relationship, my sis, they have another serious relationship somewhere. You are just somebody that they can call on when they need someone else. You are a second option. And babe, if there is one thing you should plan not to be in a man's life, it's second option. You shouldn't be somebody that they run to when their main girl is annoyed with them. You shouldn't be someone they run to when their main man is ignoring them. That is one thing you should not bring yourself to do. That kills self-esteem, that kills self-confidence. You start to doubt yourself a lot. The fourth sign, he only shows affection when you are alone. Hey! I told you I've experienced this before. So this one especially touched me. Like, it touched me when I was doing my research. I wish I had someone that discussed this with me earlier. I think I wouldn't have made that mistake, because at the end of that situationship, it was very, very hard for me to move on and forget that person. I know you might say that, okay, maybe I'm too young for that. No, you are never too young for this kind of thoughts. You are never too young for this kind. Once you have crossed 18, I think you are now becoming a full adult. You are now learning the ways of life, and you are never too young for this. He shows affection only when you are alone. He refuses to be seen with you in public. He refuses to hold hands with you in public. The only time he wants to kiss, the only time he wants to touch, the only time he wants to hold you is in the confines of your room. No, we don't do that here. People in real committed relationships are not afraid to touch themselves outside. When I mean touch, I don't mean sexual type of touch. I just mean like hold hands, hugs. They're not afraid to touch in public, because they're with their girlfriend, they're with their boyfriend, they're with their partner, they're with their husband, they're with their wife. They all want no explanation. But if he doesn't consider you a girlfriend, if you are in a situationship with him, girl, he won't even want to be seen with you outside. Not talk of holding your hands, not talk of PDA. The last but not the least, I'm trying to make this video as short as possible so that you guys can enjoy it. The fifth sign you might be in a situationship is that your gut tells you something is off. I don't know how I'm going to explain this, but follow your instincts. I know they're always telling us that, girls, you just dive headfirst into conclusions. You don't even want to see what is wrong. You don't want to do investigations. You don't want to do research. But girl, trust your instincts. Trust your instinct. If I've followed my instincts like 100% of the time, 99% of the time, my instincts were correct. Like, it might take you time for you to actually figure this out. Girls always have this way of knowing when something is off. Girls have this way of knowing he's changing. This was not how it was when we first started. He's behaving more different, right? And now, if you as a lady get these feelings and you overlook these feelings, by the time you realize that your feelings are actually right, it will be too late. You will be emotionally attached, you will be drained, you will be hurt, you get all types of negative feelings, and that's not what we want for ourselves now, because it tampers with you emotionally, it tampers with you mentally. You end up seeing a lot of girls that are depressed, a lot of girls that lose their self-esteem because of a man. Your guts are most of the times they are always right, and you need to follow them. Even if you don't act on it immediately, you need to start you need to start investigating. We are good investigators, we are ladies, we are good investigators. So you need to start investigating to know what is actually wrong, right? If your instinct is telling you that something is not right, then it's not right. There's no two ways about it, it's not right. Is it that you find a way to fix it, or you let it be and you leave it alone? You leave that situation that your gut is warning you about alone. Okay, ladies, so this is the end of this video. 5 signs to know that you are in a situationship. If you actually love this video, please do make comments on what are your thoughts. If you've had an experience with situationships, please leave it down in the comment below. If you would not want to leave it down in the comment below, I'm going to put my details on where you can reach me. Do text me anytime, any day. I would love to hear your experiences and how you actually dealt with situationships. And if you need more videos on this type of topic, do well to let me know in the comment section, and I'll be glad to do a follow-up video on this. Thank you so much, guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Bye, painkillers.